games and the Philadelphia 76ers in these 4 games by 185 points, and a margin of 26.4 points per game during this 7-game winning streak. The Knicks are shooting 55% from the field, 42% from three-point range during that streak, and that's important to bring up, ladies and gentlemen, because when you look at the New York Knicks, who were 28th last year under Tom Thibodeau, shooting the 3, but are 12th this year shooting the 3. If you're going to win the championship, you got to be able to make perimeter shots. You got to be able to shoot. And when I think about the New York Knicks potentially going up against, potentially going up against Detroit, they got to beat Cleveland, potentially, or San Antonio, or OKC. Every one of those squads got size. Every one of those squads are not going to let you get anything easy in the interior. If you're the New York Knicks, in order to win these series, to be a member of the Final Four, and to be a conference champion, and then ultimately to be an NBA champion, in order for the New York Knicks to pull this off, they're going to have to shoot the ball as effectively as we've been seeing them do throughout these playoffs, particularly these last 7 games. And so that's what the situation is with the New York Knicks right now. Major props to Jalen Brunson, averaged 29 points on 51% shooting from the field, 45% from three-point range, 92% from the free throw line in this 4-game series sweep against the Philadelphia 76ers. Major props to him. Major props to a Knicks defense that held the Sixers to 8 for 35 shooting from 3. That was 23% during the game yesterday. Got to remember, New York outscored Philly by 51 points on three-pointers in Game 4. McBride comes off the bench, hits 4 of his three-pointers in the first quarter, finishes with 29 points, flat-out balling. Very, very proud of him. Very, very proud of him. He hit 7 of 9 for the game from 3. Josh Hart hit 4 of 6 from 3. Landry Shamet, who is another person that deserves to be applauded, he hit 4 of 6 from 3. Karl-Anthony Towns hit 2 of his three-point shots, and Jalen Brunson hit 6 of 10 from three-point range. Everybody for the Knicks, all of those guys, all 5 of those guys, shot 60% or better from three-point range. In other words, Philly didn't stand a chance. Philly didn't stand a chance. And so here we are with the New York Knicks. We're back into the NBA Finals, and there's a couple of storylines to focus on. Number 1, got to give Mikal Bridges some love. Because that slump that he was in, that awful way that he was playing as the season drew to an end, as the playoffs started, the first 2 games or so, I had that energy on a negative way. I got to have that energy on a positive way. Mikal Bridges has shown up. And he's been making his shot, open threes, open perimeter shots, pull-up, fall-away shots, 15 feet away. He's been defending. He's been giving you his minutes. I'm very pleased with Mikal Bridges right now. Karl-Anthony Towns, can't say enough about him. Point center, running the show, being a facilitator, but still being able to hit shots from the outside. Can't say enough about Karl-Anthony Towns. Can't say enough about him. He's been balling. Deserves all our credit in the world, so we got to give credit where credit is due in that regard. Then you got a situation where we're looking at Jalen Brunson. Big Perk, Kendrick Perkins said it on First Take this morning. I'm going to reiterate it right here, right now. If the New York Knicks win the conference tournament and they end up advancing to the finals, and they win the finals with Jalen Brunson doing what he does, Jalen Brunson will go down as the greatest New York Knickerbocker in history. Better than Walt Clyde Frazier, better than Bernard King, better than Patrick Ewing, all of it. He'll go down as the greatest Knick of all time if he delivers a championship to this city, no doubt about it. So we just got to give love and respect the way it's due when it comes to him playing the way that he has been playing, but they still got a job to finish. Game 4, like you said. I mean, I'm just looking at it, and you just can't say enough. It is what it is. And the New York Knicks got to continue to play. They got to continue to move the basketball. They got to continue to hit perimeter shots, and they got to continue to defend on an elite level. Only the Spurs have had a better defense than the Knicks in these playoffs. They got to continue to do that. They got to, and they'll be fine. as it pertains to the Philadelphia 76ers, who the Knicks swept, beat convincingly in midst of the sweep. I take no joy in saying this, but it's time to move on from Daryl Morey.
In life. Scary movies, healthy foods, and the Detroit Pistons. All right? But you know who's not scared of the Detroit Pistons? It's a guy by the name of Big Body Brunson. He don't give a damn about it. And that's the reason that I have confidence in the New York Knicks, because I got confidence in Jalen Brunson and what he has displayed to us over the last 2 seasons, especially in the postseason, especially when you talk about being clutch, winning clutch player of the year last season. You know, I had the honor of going through the podcast roommates with Jalen Brunson down All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
And I asked and I told him something and I meant it. And I said, do you realize Jalen Brunson is already a top 3 greatest Knicks player, top 3 greatest Knicks player of all time?
Absolutely.
But guess what? I told him in his face, he's only a championship away from being the greatest Knick of all time.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he said, I feel you. And I saw it in his face and I said, you need to capitalize on this moment. And so when I think about Brunson and I think about what he's capable of doing to anybody, right now he's been arguably still consistently over the last 2 years the best player in the Eastern Conference. Jaylen Brown and Cade Cunningham, they're putting up a fight. But the New York Knicks have the deepest roster in the Eastern Conference. They check all the boxes. I have confidence in them, but the Detroit Pistons do scare me. But because of Big Body Brunson and his clutch play, I gotta say I still have confidence that the Knicks can get to the promised land.
You gonna say it?
If the New York Knicks shot 57% from three-point range yesterday. 57%, you understand? New York Knicks shoot the basketball like that, they're gonna win a championship. They're gonna win a championship. Let me be very clear. It don't have to be 57%, but if you're shooting effectively from the 3, if you're getting contributions with your depth, if a McBride is gonna come off the bench, don't have to give you 29. If the brother give you 18 to 20, if he gonna do that, New York Knicks gonna win the championship. I love what I'm seeing right now from this team. I love the point center that Karl Anthony Towns has become. I love the adjustments that clearly Mike Brown has made because they look different than they did in the regular season. I love the fact that Jalen Brunson goes out there and averages 29 on 51%, shooting 45% from 3. Mikal Bridges, let me keep that same energy. Because I was all up in his ass, as Big Perk would say, like back pockets. You understand? We know where I stood with this. Listen, damn it. You understand? It wasn't his fault that they gave up the assets for him, but damn it, they gave up the assets for him. 4 unprotected first-round picks, 2 first-round swaps. You got to show up. You got to show up and produce, and him averaging 7 points, looking anemic out there, it was horrible. And damn it, that's what I said, to the point where somebody I love, Josh Hart, had to get on me about it. But I didn't give a damn because I have been suffering like New York Knicks fans for decades. But Mikal Bridges in this series, very pleased with him, very pleased. Same energy is here. That's what we need to see. That's what we need to see right there. What we've been seeing from this brother. No hesitancy in the stroke, defending, out there contributing to an annihilation, outscoring the Sixers by an average of 22 points per game in this series, winning 7 straight, annihilating the competition. That's what we expect to see from Mikal Bridges. So overall, you look at the New York Knicks right now, the way that they have been shooting the basketball, the Sixers and the Atlanta Hawks, they ain't the Detroit Pistons, they ain't Oklahoma City, they damn sure ain't San Antonio. It would be different against those teams. Let me not rule out Minnesota. It would be different going against those teams defensively. But nevertheless, in the end, give credit where credit is due. My New York Knicks showed up. Back-to-back appearances in the conference finals. My man Charlie Mack has been muzzled. He is not allowed to speak for the entire offseason in representing the city of brotherly love. He needs to go in hibernation, hide out. You don't want to hear from him anymore. In the end, the Philadelphia 76ers, my condolences. We'll talk about them later. New York Knicks going to the finals. I think they can win the championship. Yes, I do.
KP, before you go, I just want to make sure I'm hearing correctly as my man goes on an incredible soliloquy about all the reasons why the Knicks are playing at a great place. Are you taking the Knicks to win the title? It's not an if question.
I'm taking the Knicks to win the title.
I just want to hear you verbally say it. I just want to hear you say it.
I'm taking the Knicks to win the title.
Okay.
We winning the chip.
Okay.
We winning the chip.
All right.
We winning the chip.
That's what I wanted, KP. Go ahead.
Perk, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Jay, because it seems like you got something to get off your chest. I
No,
want to hear what you got to say. It's been a minute, my brother. I haven't